What's up, everybody? It's the movie guy. So, real quick, a little basis on what I watch. So, at work today, one of my friends finally saw Dune Part One, and I think one of my friends also jumped into the conversation because we were talking about like Javier Bardem and Josh Brolin was great in the movie, and then they were saying like, oh yeah, they were in No Country for Old Men together. And they were just talking about how crazy that movie is. And I remember my mom seeing it, and I remember her saying that movie was really weird. And I thought, if I remember, I'm not 100% sure when she went and saw it, that she said that the ending was really dumb. And I was like, oh man, I need to go see this. I'm curious because I like Javier Bardem. Like in Dune, he was great in Dune. I like Josh Brolin, and I knew Tommy Lee Jones was in this movie, but I didn't see it in theaters. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it, and it was crazy. Oh my gosh, Javier Bardem was like the Terminator man in this movie, um, and little like basis on the story, and I'm not trying to spoil anything, but um, Josh Javier Bardem, I think his name was Anton. Anton's picked up by the police officer. He's in handcuffs, gets led into a police car, goes to the police station, and the police officer is on the phone, and then you see Javier Bardem's character sitting in the back, and he walks up to the police officer and basically chokes him out with the cuffs. Why I don't understand why he didn't like handcuff him to the chair to begin with. And then you see Josh Brolin's character who's out hunting, and Josh Brolin basically stumbles upon a drug bust gone bad. There's like trucks everywhere, there's bodies everywhere, and I'm just like, oh man, what is going on? And then there was one of the guys still alive in the truck, and he was like, I don't think he spoke English, but he was talking to him and stuff and everything, and he was like, something about the last guy. There's always like a last guy that somebody gets away, which I think it was the Javier Bardem character. Like he was the last guy. I kind of made that connection. So and then he kind of scoped out the area and stuff, and he saw one guy up against a tree, and there was a briefcase, and then he opened the briefcase, and there was like tons and tons and tons of money in it. So Josh Brolin takes the money, goes home, and then he tells his wife he's going to do something stupid tonight, which I was like, dude, you're stupid. Why are you even doing that? But he goes back to the place to bring water to the guy that was in the truck, and then apparently the guy was gone, and then another truck is seen coming after him, and they're shooting at him and stuff and everything. So it's basically Josh Brolin on the run and with this money, and Javier Bardem's character, like the Terminator, just finding out every place where he was at. I was just like, okay, it's like, what's going on? How can he find it? Then there's a situation where Josh Brolin goes checks into another hotel, which that's the thing. I've seen so many hotels in this movie. I need to take a shower because I felt like I've been to Roach City way too many times in this movie. So you find out it was like so many intense moments. I was on the edge of my seat, and you find out how he finds him. And Tommy Lee Jones is basically the sheriff of the town, and he's trying to find Josh Brolin's character and all these clues and stuff and everything. And Woody Harrelson's in this movie, which Woody Harrelson was hilarious. This was made in 2007, so basically Woody Harrelson was playing an early version of Tallahassee from Zombieland. His character was, I just kept getting Zombieland vibes. So um basically towards the end, um something happens to um Javier Bardem's character, And Josh Brolin character, something what he did earlier in the movie where he goes and gets something and it just ends. Like it just ends with like Tommy Lee Jones' character talking over breakfast with his wife, and it just ends. It almost felt like there was no resolution to any of the characters or to the end of the movie. It just like ended like they ran out of money or the power ran out of the theater. I'm like, oh, that's it. We can't turn the movie back on. That's all you get to see. Then it was just like it was like okay, like the credits rolled, and I'm like, okay, is Harvey Bardem's character still chasing Josh Brolin? Did What is Josh Brolin doing now with what the situation he was going? Um, yeah, I was just like, oh, it's so disappointed. Like the movie was good. It was so good. I was like, it's funny because like not literally like 3 minutes before, not even maybe 2 minutes before the credits rolled, I was like, man, this is a really good movie. And then it just ends. I'm like, that's it? I was like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. It was such a letdown. I give it a 5.5. I literally was gonna give this like a 7.5, like really good, halfway to great. But with that ending and how disappointing it was, it just ended. It just my score went way down. So I went from like a 7 to a 5.5. So I it's good all the way up to the ending, and I got the main menu screen on for where you could like different watch options like rent, buy, and I found this on Pluto TV, which is streaming for free. It's got a 93% by critics and 86 by fans, and I'm like, that's way too high. I think the score should be like 60 or 50. I feel like the fans score should be 40. And they're saying like online that this is one of the best movies of 2007. I'm like, please. Over Zodiac. I mean, I think Zodiac's a better movie than this. I think the very first Transformers was better than this. 30 Days a Night came out. That was definitely better than this. I just if the ending would have been just good, I would have bought this movie. I would have gave this like I said a 7, but it's just the ending's so disappointing. So anyway, that's my movie review from the movie guy for No Country for Old Men. Have a good night, everybody. I'll talk to you later.